A while back, for several years in a row, I missed autumn. I always seemed to be on a lengthy book tour, either in America or Australia. I never even got to see the spectacular fall colours in the US, as American book tours consist of a daily round of airports, the downtowns of new cities, identikit hotel rooms, and late-night dinners with kindly booksellers. And in Australia, spring was heading into summer. By the time I got home, it was as if a switch had been flicked while I was out of the room. I'd left at the tail end of summer. I returned to winter. The trees were bare, the earth was hard underfoot, the house martins gone. It was time to break out the down jacket, the woolen scarf, and the gloves. Since those days, I've managed to better arrange things. As a result, I've grown reaccustomed to the gradual progress from autumn to winter. But thanks to a particularly wet summer, as this year turned inexorably to winter, the leaves took their time to assume the kaleidoscope of autumn colours, and I've been glad of the panorama of gold and brown, russet and deep scarlet, faded green and pale parchment still clinging to branches, reluctantly revealing the details of their outlines. The room where I do most of my work has 2 windows, both with vistas of trees. On one side, mature beeches and silver birches. At night, the fractured bark of the birches' slender white trunks glimmers like ghosts in the darkness, the stray branches of the beech trees giving them the spectral illusion of movement. If I were a character in one of my own novels, I'd be spooked into paranoia by them. Instead, if I'm working late at my desk, I find them curiously calming. On the other side are old oaks, gnarled and arthritic, a feature of the local nature reserve. I'm not used to seeing so many of them in one place. I grew up in Fife, where James IV ordered all the oaks to be felled for the construction of his Vanity project, a warship twice the length of any vessel in the English Navy. A new dockyard had to be built at Newhaven, specifically to accommodate the shipbuilding of the Great Michael. She was the largest ship afloat until Henry VIII, piqued at being outdone by the Scots, commissioned the Great Harry. It was on board the Great Michael that the old alliance between France and Scotland was formalised. After that massacre of the oaks, somehow the stock never quite recovered in Fife, so for me the old oaks are strangers that never cease to please me.